Hi, Chef Will Travel, bringing you a quick cut video on how to make one of my most favorite things in the world, chorizo fresco, or Mexican chorizo. I'm starting with a pound of pork. I ground this myself. I used a pork shoulder. You're looking for about 20% fat to 80% meat. Get it from your local butcher or meat counter if you need to, but we're going to give you the recipe for a pound, and that's what I've got here. So we're going to start off with the spicy. We're going to go with a tablespoon of chipotle. You can use less if you want it to be less spicy. This is going to be a little bit spicy. Chipotle is just a roasted jalapeno that's been ground up. So it's bringing some heat and it's bringing a lot of smoky, and that's what we're looking for. We're also going to go with a tablespoon of ancho powder. That is a roasted poblano that's been ground up. More heat, but again, more smoky, and you can go halvesies on these. We're going to be using a tablespoon of smoked paprika. Not just paprika, but smoked paprika. If you can't find smoked paprika, that's fine. I'm looking to amp up the smoke flavor in this. If you can't find it, just regular paprika is fine. And if you cut down on the chipotle and ancho, double up on the paprika. Alright, so next we're going to go with a teaspoon of cumin and a teaspoon of salt. And now you notice my salt's not white. This is because it's a hickory smoked salt. Like I said, I'm amping up the smoke flavor in this. If you can't find hickory smoked salt or any smoked salt, just use plain white kosher salt. That's fine. We're going with a teaspoon of dried oregano. And we're going to use dry because the dry has a little bit more flavor for a teaspoon than fresh would. Fresh still has the moisture in it. So if we're using the dry stuff, we're getting more flavor than we would from fresh. Now 2 teaspoons of garlic powder and half a teaspoon of coriander. Coriander is the ground seed of cilantro, the dreaded cilantro. It's going to bring a lemony, kind of a fruity, a little bit of a sweetness to the chorizo. It's not going to outweigh the spiciness by a long shot, but it's going to be in there. You'll taste it. Now we're going to put in a pinch of ground clove. Just enough to say we put some in there. And then our last thing, to make all these flavors bloom, we're going to use a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. Now you can use distilled white vinegar, but really it just doesn't have any flavor to it other than sour. So we're looking for a little apple cider vinegar. It's going to have a little bit more flavor to it. Chorizo, of course, excellent on tacos, burritos, nachos, whatever. I like to just brown it up and add it to scrambled eggs. It's a great morning breakfast. So we're just going to stir this up with our hands, and it's going to be about 2 minutes of mixing it like this, and we are done. And this is great, just browned off, tossed into tacos, burritos, on top of taco salads. But you can also make this into patties and fry it off just like a hamburger and put it on a bun and eat it that way. Okay guys, like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell icon for updates.